May I humbly request the next speaker, Dr. Jajadi Keshari Parita, the Associate Professor, Economics, University of Hyderabad, to deliver her speech.
Honorable ministers and former ministers on the dais, esteemed delegates on and off the dais, ladies and gentlemen. At the outset, I would like to thank you all for, and in particular to the government of Kerala for making me a part of this Keraleeyam celebration. I feel extremely privileged for that. I'll be speaking on a specific issue on migration, migrants' welfare in Kerala, and on the issues and challenges that the economy of Kerala is likely to face in the coming years due to the changing structure of immigration, changing pattern of immigration in Kerala. So let me begin with the achievement first. The economy of Kerala has ranked top in the top position among the states of India in almost all the developmental indicators. How the Kerala becomes successful in achieving so for last 3 decades is a matter of discussion in the larger academic discourse, which is known as the Kerala model of development. Now, to begin with the Kerala model of development, the Gulf emigration trends, followed by huge inflow of remittances, played an important role in this process. First, it has impacted the incidence of poverty in the state. The state was having incidence of poverty equivalent to the states like the most backward states like Odisha, Bihar during the 70s. But the Gulf emigration and its remittance helped the economy to move out of the poverty incidences, and followed by in the following years, it has also helped the economy to increase the private investment on education, followed by the government initiatives, government's increased investment on human capabilities. Subsequently, the good governance in this particular aspect, it should not be ignored that the good governance and the welfare measures the government has taken for last 30 years or 40 years for that matter has also helped, played a supplementary role in the process of economic development at the level of development that Kerala has achieved so far. But what happened, the other side of the Gulf emigration is that, the next slide please. The Gulf emigration and inflow of remittances has also a negative effect on the domestic labor supply. The people, particularly the low-skilled labor supply, it created a vacuum in the labor market. So as a consequence, people from other states, the neighboring states of India, during the 90s, they have moved to Kerala to fill the gap. And increased investment in housing construction and the government investment or the growth of labor intensive industries has attracted a lot of migrant workers from the neighboring states. But down the road, 2 decades down the road, particularly during the last decade, it has been observed that the migration pattern to the state has changed from the neighboring states to other part of India, particularly the farthest eastern and northeastern corner of India. People have attracted towards Kerala. They have attracted towards Kerala not because of the existing wage difference, because the Kerala on an average offers a wage which is 4 or 5 times higher than the wage that the people from their origin states are receiving. The wage difference in terms of theoretical context, it plays an important role, but what is important in this context is the treatment to migrant workers in the Kerala. Kerala is the first state in the history of India or in the present that it has treated migrant workers as guests. So it has taken several welfare measures for the migrant workers. We can say that Kerala has adopted a welfareistic approach towards the migrant workers that is unique in its sense that none of the other states of India provides such kind of treatment to migrant workers. So as a result, you could see that the percentage of migration to Kerala, percentage of migrants in total population in Kerala has increased, although the official estimates are slightly underestimates. Our own estimate says that the number of other state migrants to Kerala has increased three times during the last 2 decades, from about 10 lakhs to 30 lakhs. Now, where these migrant workers are being engaged, like my previous presenter has also discussed that, these migrant workers are engaged mostly in low skilled, low paid, activities as compared to the native Keralites. So the sectors, can you go to the next slide, please? Next, yeah. So the sectors in which migrant workers are found hugely engaged are three important sectors. One is construction, then hotel trade sector, and the low skilled manufacturing sector. So these are the sectors in which migrant workers are being engaged. Now, on the migrant rights and welfare, Kerala has, I have already said that Kerala is the only state which believes in the welfare magnet hypothesis rather than the wage differential hypothesis. So the Kerala of government, according to Srivastava, the Kerala is the first state to enact a social security scheme for the migrant workers. You could see that in other states, the social security scheme for overall workers is also absent, whereas the Kerala is much ahead in its approach towards migrant and the low-skilled workers in particular. Now, to name a few such policies, that the Kerala Migrant Workers Welfare Scheme, it is being inspired by the Interstate Migration Workmen's Act, which is a complete failure at the all India level. But in Kerala, it is successful to some extent to register a few migrant workers. But what is more important is that the Awaz and Apna Ghar scheme and the Shramik Bandhu scheme, these are widely accepted by the migrant workers, although there exists some certain limitations to that needs to be, that needs further research on that, why a certain section of migrants are not attracted towards these schemes, particularly those who are seasonal migrants in Kerala. Now coming to the challenges, I'll begin with the challenges. Please come to the last slide. Next. Yeah. The immigration trend most recently, particularly the last decade, it has been observed that the huge inflow of remittances to Kerala has improved the human capital base of the total labor force. As a reason, the migration trends from Kerala has been changed. It has changed from the Gulf towards the countries of global north or the countries of Oceania region, Australia and New Zealand, etc. Now, in the context of this changing migration patterns, it is expected that these migrants are relatively skilled migrants. They are likely to settle down. They will prefer to settle down in their destination countries, and the flow of remittance, which has been the source of economic development in large part of Kerala, is likely to be hindered in the years to come. So in this context, what is important is, it is likely to affect the aggregate demand in the Kerala and overall growth of the economy. And hence, to sustain the process of economic growth and economic development in the state, now we need to rethink about the workers' right and the rights, migrant rights, and the welfare schemes we are proposing. We need to rethink about that, and we need to rethink about the Kerala model of development in a larger sense. That you could see that. Can you come to the previous slide, please? That just next. Yeah, this one. So you could see that the Keralites, the youth who are currently residing in Kerala, among them, the unemployment rate, the overall as well as the youth unemployment rate is a bit higher as compared to the national level unemployment rate. While all other indicators of development, Kerala is the best, or is better than the all India average, better than its South Indian counterparts or other states. For example, Delhi is also lagging behind Kerala in other aspect of economic development when it comes to labor employment and unemployment. Although employment has increased over the period, the growth of employment is very slow for the native Keralites. And hence, measures needs to be taken in line of this, keeping this thing in mind that the unemployment rate within Kerala, particularly the educated youth, should get employed, because currently, because of their improved standard of living, they have got the opportunity to withdraw themselves from the labor market and wait for a longer period to enter into the labor market. But it is not going to sustain. It is going to create an issue which needs immediate attention. With this, I would like to thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.